Tip number 2, cultivate curiosity. It happens. At some point you may have to take a class that you're really not interested in, or you may get a professor who doesn't inspire you. Don't let the boring class lower your average and undermine your success. Instead, use curiosity to supercharge your ability to pay attention and encode new information. Recent research hints that curiosity is even more valuable than we had thought.
Our study revealed three major findings. Curiosity seems to put the brain in a state that it's very conducive to learning. So you could think of it something like a vortex that draws in things that you're motivated to learn, but it draws in everything around it. The second finding was that we saw, once curiosity was aroused, we saw increased activity in the nucleus accumbens and in the substantia nigra ventral tegmental area complex, the SNVTA.
In other words, higher levels of curiosity were associated with more activity in dopamine pathways.
So our third major finding was that when people were anticipating the answer to a question that they're highly curious about, we see activity increasing in the hippocampus. And this increase, in turn, is predictive of people's ability to later on retain the information that they learned about the answers to these trivia questions. So putting it all together, curiosity seems to increase interactions between the SNVTA and the hippocampus, and that seems to put the brain in a state that's more likely to retain new information, even if that information is not what got you curious in the first place.
In fact, games designers know how to keep you motivated. They start by making you establish an attractive goal, like, I want to reach the next level. Then they provide information that helps you recognize that the task required is both challenging and achievable. They provide useful feedback at critical junctures, and they reward you throughout the game as you achieve even small successes along the way. The good news from this information is that being curious makes your brain ready to learn whatever is encountered next, even if it's something you're not actively interested in. So if you aren't naturally motivated in a class, you'll benefit by cultivating curiosity. Curiosity stimulates your reward system in much the same way as you experience when you win a game. In turn, this stimulation enhances learning by encoding information that you're not actually paying attention to, and thereby amplifies the amount of information that is remembered. If you do encounter a class that fails to pique your interest, you might try to turn it into a game of sorts, challenging yourself to achieve incremental goals. Or awaken your inner child and keep asking why until you find an aspect of the subject that does pique your curiosity. Being curious about one thing enables learning of the less interesting information that is experienced at the same time. As Dr. Gruber put it, when you're curious about something, your brain is like a vortex, drawing in the things you're motivated to learn, but also drawing in everything around it. Thank you for watching this tutorial about learning. I hope it helps you on your educational journey. See you next time.